Beach Street's Felixstowe. The best street food and social dining on the East Coast. Suffolk Sound.
Bryan Davidson.
The sound of Suffolk. This is Suffolk Sound.
23 minutes past the hour, 11 o'clock on this lovely Wednesday morning. It is getting nice and bright down here at Felixstowe, but clouds do come along, but it's still a nice day. So if you're thinking of popping along down here, bring a dog for a walk. It would be brilliant for them. Before we go on to my next guest, Bill Brooks, let's have a quick listen to this.
Say live and let die.
Today, live with me at the moment is Bill Brooks from the band, the Paul McCartney Project. Hello, Bill. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Paul McCartney Project.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how did this idea all come about?
Oh, crikey. Like a lot of bands, there's a bit of a long-winded history, but in short, Dave Osborne, who's our bass player, and I were in another tribute, and which kind of went south, as sometimes they do. We decided to reboot completely and come back with, we didn't really know who to come back with. I know it sounds a daft thing to say, but there are a lot of tribute bands out there who already cover the likes of ELO and certainly the Beatles. There's some really, really good Beatles tributes. So, but we were thinking, well, why not, instead of going for the Beatles, go for Paul McCartney, because the man's been going for, 70 plus years, and his back catalogue is enormous. So we thought that's got to be a seller if that doesn't sound too mercenary. But so, yeah, basically that. We thought Paul McCartney, he's a Beatle, and B, he's written some incredible songs along the line with his Wings and so forth, and his solo career. So we just honed in on that, really, and it's just blossomed from that, I suppose you could say. And
because there's 5 of you all together, isn't there?
There are, yeah, which actually reflects the kind of... So that's something I wanted to sort of kind of get across, really. We're not a tribute show in the sense that we don't try to look like the band that Paul McCartney and his band. Although our man Paul, our vocalist Paul Marden, he wears some of his clothing, not actual clothing, but some of the clothing that you might have seen Paul McCartney wear. He's got a couple of items of clothing that he wears, but that's pretty much it in terms of our image.
Right.
And I've lost the thread of what I was saying there.
Yeah, I think I can get you there. So basically, at the end of the day, what you're saying is you don't all dress like him and that and put wigs on or anything like that.
We definitely don't do that. And not that, if that's what people do, and people love that, and that's brilliant. But we chose not to. So we often say we reflect the kind of the current lineup, shall we say, which I believe he's been touring. Mr. McCartney, I should say McCartney, has been been touring with since 2002, so it's a pretty stable lineup, but it's a 5-piece, as are we. So we are. If I run through it, I might as well as I'm here. Paul Martin is our our vocalist, stroke keyboard, stroke guitarist.
Yeah.
We have the mysterious Mr. Kraz on guitar, and that's as far as we go with his name. Dave Osborne, who I've already mentioned, on bass. There's myself, obviously Bill Brooks on drums. And our main keyboard man is Mick Rose, not to be confused with Nick Rhodes. He pretty much, I would say he's got one of the most difficult jobs in the band, at least, when Paul McCartney tours, he tours with I think they're called the Hot City Horns. There's 3 of them in the brass section. So our man Mick covers not only keyboards, but he's the brass section and all sorts of things. So he carries a lot of the weight on his shoulders in terms of the colour of the band.
Wow.
But we reflect, as I said a little while ago, the kind of lineup for his Got Back tour, which is what, a 3.5-year tour. Bonkers, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, there's 5 of you. Did you all sort of know each other before you started this idea, or is it?
No, it was. So Dave and I, as I say, we were in it was a 10cc tribute. We were in, so we knew each other there. We knew Mick, our keyboard player, kind of through that. And then after that, it was just a case of advertising and seeing who applied and going from there, really. And obviously, Mr. Kraz, he got in touch and he knew Paul, so it's kind of friends of friends and a bit of everything, really, and advertising, obviously.
Yeah.
But I guess when did we do our first? I think we did our first show. It was the 5th of July 2024, I've just written down here.
Right.
So we're a relatively new band.
The tour, you've got a tour coming up now.
Yes, we've got a kind of a mini tour by some standards, but certainly we've already done a few shows this year up in where we've been, Leeds and so forth. But we're kind of moving down country a little bit, and we are concentrating on the east of England and Kent at the moment. So we're anywhere through. So next week, for example, we're playing in Harwich and Grantham, and then we're Yarmouth and then Kent and then back and forth. Yeah, so we're rounding about the East Anglia and Kent. And of course,
I notice also there's quite a few in Suffolk as well coming up.
Yeah. So we're in Lowestoft. If people know it, there's the Seagull Theatre in Lowestoft. We're there in August, 29th of August. We're in Bungay at the Fisher Theatre in September on the 19th. And then we're in Diss in October, Ipswich in November, and then Aldborough in November, which at the moment rounds off the year. But I suspect there'll be something else sort of coming along a little bit further afield.
Yeah. So are you all sort of from the east of England, or are you sort of scattered all over the country?
No, we're so the core. Well, myself, I'm Suffolk, so I'm just up near Woodbridge. The rest of the guys are kind of down in the in Essex, so they're just, North Essex, to be fair. So I would say Colchester area, loosely, is roughly where they're based. The rest of them.
How do we get hold of these tickets then? And have you got websites or? We've got
So there's a couple of ways through it really. So there's our own band website, which is the Paul McCartney Project, which is all one word,
right?
.co.uk, and we've deliberately opened that with you'll find the video opens it actually, our show reel video, and then it goes straight onto the shows, because generally speaking, that's what people are looking for, is how to buy the tickets, and it lists the tickets there by venue and date, and then just click on the link and it takes you straight to the ticket page. We're also on Facebook, and if anybody wants to come along and follow us on Facebook, we'd be really, really appreciative of that. But we're still known as Band on the Run, the Paul McCartney Project on there, despite we've tried to change our name on it a couple of times, but it won't let us. So we're Band on the Run, the Paul McCartney Project is our Facebook page.
I can see. Yeah, I've managed to catch hold. You got the venue like Ipswich at the St Peter's, Peter's Church there, and you got the Aldeburgh, the Jubilee Hall, and all popular places. And I just had a quick while you were talking now, bit on the website, and of course you've got all your little. It's straightforward, really. You just hit the little box that says tickets, and it takes you straight there.
Yeah, it's that's it. And we had a long chat about it because we did set the website up as quite a lot of bands and shows and so forth too. So you can go to the merchandise page and there's a little bit of blurb about the band ourselves and so forth. But actually, when most people are visiting a website, it's actually to find out where they can go and see you.
Yeah, so that's right.
If we just put that straight on the front, because I don't know about you, Brian, but I find if I'm looking for something, I don't want to look too hard. I'm a bit lazy. So straight on the website, hit the ticket page, up it comes, and you're straight into the booking process.
Excellent. Well, Bill, thank you for that. Thank you for coming on the show.
You're very welcome.
And best of luck with the tour. I don't think you're going to need it myself, but best of luck with the tour. And, I should definitely be down at the Ipswich one. So
come say hello, won't you?
Yeah, I will do, and I'm looking forward to that, as I am a bit of a Beatles fan as well.
Good on you, yeah. The people find the actual the music, I should have said in the show, the actual content. We aim to cover everything from Beatles through to the Wings and solo career. So it's literally everything from the 60s right up to, I think the oldest song we did is 2018. So it's a real mix for everybody. And a lot of people have commented on how different and nice it is and how different it is to hear that mix. So even if you could even argue if you're not a McCartney fan, there would definitely be something for you in our 2-hour set to get your teeth into, or your ears.
That's brilliant. So basically, if you're a Paul McCartney fan, this is a night for you.
Definitely, 100%, yes.
Okay, and Bill, thank you very much for that, and good luck with the tour, and see you again soon.
You're very welcome, and thanks for having us on.
Bryan Davidson.
The sound of Suffolk. This is Suffolk Sound.
So there we are. That's Bill Brooks there with his Paul McCartney project coming right across the whole of Suffolk. All sorts of venues. Go and have a look at the website on the Paul McCartney project. And there's Beccles, there's Lowestoft, there's Aldeburgh. I believe there's one in Sudbury as well, and Ipswich as well. So wow, if you're a Beatles fan, a Paul McCartney fan, that's the sort of music you want to be hearing, isn't it? And to finish it off, what a rather appropriate song as well. From 1974, here's Band on the Run.